Hello student, this is the fifth video of the series called Learn Math with Surain, and this is the second part of fraction. I have divided fraction into three parts. First and second part I am representing main theories about fraction. The third part I have reserved for fraction calculation. Okay, let's begin the lesson. Today our first lesson is about series. A series we can categorize into homogeneous series and heterogeneous series. Here we first look at what is a homogeneous series. In mathematics, homogeneous series is when we represent some pictures in a line next to each other. If all pictures are same, we call it a homogeneous series. Okay, now you can imagine what is a heterogeneous series. If we represent pictures next to each other in a line, when pictures are different, it is a heterogeneous series. Okay, let's go now again to fraction. Types of fractions. First, equivalent fraction. Second, unit fraction. Third, like fraction. Fourth, unlike fractions. Fifth, proper fraction. Sixth, mixed fraction. Seven, improper fractions. Our final one, 8, is reciprocals. Okay guys, let's have a look at equivalent fractions. As we learned early videos, if two or more fractions equal in proportion, we call them equivalent fraction. Please look at the examples on the screen. Half is equal to 2 by 4. Now, how we know half is equal to 2 by 4? We can divide or multiply numerator and denominator by a same number. In this case, we have multiplied numerator and denominator by 2. 1 times 2 equals 2. And 2 times 2 equals 4. So 2 by 4 is an equivalent fraction of half or 1 second. Now you understand rest of the example on the screen. 3 by 6 is equal to half in proportion. It is also equal to 2 by 4 because they all same proportion. Now you understand all the fraction on the screen are equal to half in proportion. That means they all are equivalent fractions. 1 by 2 equals to 2 by 4, 2 by 4 equals to 3 by 6, 3 by 6 equal to 4 by 8, 4 by 8 equals to 10 by 20. Our second type is unit fractions. This is not hard to understand. You see in the picture of the screen, when numerator is 1, that fraction we call a unit fraction. Well, why we call it a unit fraction? As an example, 1 by 6. 6 by 6 has made of 6 units of 1 by 6. If we add up all 6 of 1 by 6, we get the answer 6. So 1 by 6 is a unit which have made of 6. The other example you can see on the screen is 1 by 8. 8 units of 1 by 8 have made whole 8. In another word, 8 had made 1 by 8 units. Our last example is 1 by 20. 20 units of 1 by 20 have made whole 20. In another word, 20 times 1 by 20 has made 20. So the 1/20th is the unit fraction. Our fourth example is like fraction. Now let's consider homogeneous series as you can see on the screen. There are 5 rabbits, but one rabbit is red. We can express this as a proportion. 5 out of 1 rabbit is red. So the fraction is 1/5. Let's consider the second homogeneous series. There are 5 rabbits, but 2 of them are red. So we can denote proportion of the red rabbit is 2 by 5. Accordingly, that our rest of the series goes as follows. 3 by 5 red rabbits, 4 by 5 red rabbits, 5 by 5 red rabbits. Now let's consider all the fractions have involved here. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5 and 5/5. Look at there. Here all the denominators are same. In another word, all denominators are 5. Such fraction we call like fractions. Our fourth type of fraction is unlike fractions. Now here you can see on the screen there are 3 homogeneous series. First let's have a look at gorilla series. There we can see 1 out of 2 gorillas is white. Our next series is polar bear series. Here we can see 3 out of 2 polar bears are white. Our last series is squirrels. There are 3 out of 4 squirrels are white. Now let's consider these fractions. 1/2, 2/3, 3/4. Now here you can see clearly denominators of these fractions are different to each others. These kind of collection of fractions called unlike fractions. Our fifth type of fraction is proper fractions. As you see on the screen, we call them vulgar fraction or common fractions. Please look at each fraction carefully. You can notice numerator is less than the denominator. So we can make a statement as follows. Where there is a fraction, if numerator less than the denominator is a proper fraction. Our sixth example is mixed fraction. If we write fraction contain whole numbers, we call them mixed fractions. You can see in the screen whole 1 heart has an added half heart. So the total value is 1.5. Our next figure has got 2 circles. The first circle is a complete circle. The second circle is 1/3 of the first circle. Those circles altogether called 1/3. Our seventh type of fraction called improper fractions. Here we go back to number line again. In the number line, let's consider the unit 0 to +1. If we divide this single unit into 10 subunits, a one subunit can be denoted as 1/10. So you can see the number line below has marked relevant subunit as a particular unit fraction which we learned in this video earlier. Now look at their unit fractions. They goes as 1/10, 2/10, 3/10, so on. There goes up to 10/10. This is where number 1 occurs because 10/10 equal 1. Now this is go even further. Our next unit fraction is 11/10. This means 1 plus 10th. Adding these together, here comes 11/10. So now you can clearly see 11/10 equal to 1/10. As this go further, here we get 12/10, which is equal to 1/2. Next subunit is 13/10. So here again it equal to 1/3. Next 14/10, which is equal to 1/4. Next 15/10, that equal to 1/5. This goes further and further, adding extra 1/10. Now here come to the point. If a fraction's value more than 1, it is an improper fraction. In a nutshell, if the numerator greater than the denominator, fraction's values more than 1. This means it is an improper fraction. Our eighth and last type of fraction is reciprocals. When we write a number, we always have a 1 below it. Though we don't write it, we only use them when there is a necessity. So we can write any number look like a fraction. So we can write 1 as 1/1, 2 as 2/1, 3 as 3/1. So then what is a reciprocal? As an example, let's take 1/2. Please look at the screen. When we turn upside down, 1/2 become 2/1. 2/1 is equal to 2 because we never call below 1. Now let's take our next example. Let's search for reciprocal of 2. Now you know there is a 1 below 2. That means 2/1. If we turn upside down 2/1, it becomes 1/2. Now we got 1/2 means half. So the reciprocal of 2 is 1/2. Our next example is 3/8. When we turn it upside down, 8/3. That means 3/8 reciprocal is 8/3. Now let's search for reciprocal of 8 by 3. Now we turn it upside down. We get 3 by 8. Now you understand how we find the reciprocals. Here we have come to end of the lesson. If you find this video is useful to you, please click the like button and the subscribe button too. Please share this video as much as you can with your friends and families. We will see you soon with the third part of fraction. Thank you.